am here this morning to update you on the status of our capital campaign efforts and the great progress we are making as we move into the final 4 months of the completion of the renovation of our church building. As you may recall, in April of last year, with a heavy heart, I shared with you the disappointing news that the original $2.8 million projected cost of our renovation had risen significantly to $3.6 million. I remember, as I'm sure that you do too, the audible gasps of shock and disbelief that rippled through the church when all of you heard that news. It was a sound that I will never forget. At that time, in order to bring the cost of the renovation down to a dollar amount that our parish could more reasonably financially support, the decision was made to defer to a future time the cross with a new outside entry to the church, finishing the church floors, and purchasing new pews. But the good news then was that a donor immediately stepped forward to pledge the $100,000 needed for the cross because he wanted our church to look like a church. His gift brought the new estimate for the renovation to $3.24 million. What a huge difference the last 10 months have made in the outpouring of generosity and increase in giving by you, our parish family, in response to our identified need. As of this week, we have raised an impressive $2,869,271. And in the last year alone, our parishioner contributions to the campaign effort was an even more impressive $823,457. We are now optimistically projecting that with your continued financial support, that our remodel will be nearly paid for in full when we move back into our beautiful new church in just a few short months. Can you believe that we're in the home stretch of seeing our church building completed? I am very excited and hope that you are too. I think of the words in Scripture, we walk by faith and not by sight. I cannot thank you enough for stepping out in faith with your generous and sacrificial giving to bring us to where we are today in our efforts. I am humbled and grateful to all of you for what you have done and are doing to demonstrate your love for God, for our brothers and sisters in this, our faith family, and for all who will come to Holy Trinity to worship as visitors and guests. Your response has touched my heart and moved me deeply. I am proud and blessed to be a part of this parish family. And now I have a question to ask you by a show of hands. How many of you would like to see us complete our renovation with new pews and floors? Amen. This desire has been expressed by many of our parish leaders and parishioners alike over these many months. And because of the financial progress we have made to date, our campaign leadership team and finance council have decided to continue to walk by faith and to trust in the Lord and ask you to walk with them in making a commitment to raise the additional $300,000 that we need for new pews and floors with our parish-wide Seats and Feet appeal. Catchy name, don't you think? Taking this step now would not only bring to fulfillment the dream for a fully renovated church that we have been working toward for years, but it would, in the long run, be the best, most cost-effective, and wise stewardship of all of our financial gifts. Please remember that this amount will be in addition to the approximately $371,000 still needed to finish the renovation of the church building. But I and our parish leadership are convinced that we can be successful in this effort because of the pattern of faithful giving that we have seen over many months, and because of the generous and unwavering financial support of our parish family in these last 2.5 years, and particularly in these last 10 months. Toward this goal, I am now so pleased and very honored to announce that already, in response to our Seats and Feet appeal, our parish leaders, clergy, and staff have committed $145,806, which means that we are nearly halfway there in meeting the cost of new pews and floors. Another impressive accomplishment. Please join me in applauding them. I am now asking each of you to prayerfully and thoughtfully reconsider your total financial commitment and the gift that you can give to make this effort a fruitful one. Will you join our parish leadership in the belief that this effort is worth it, and that together we can do what no one of us can do alone? If so, I thank you. Our success in raising all the monies needed for the church renovation and for the pews and floors will depend on 3 things. First, if you have made a campaign pledge and not yet completed that pledge, I ask you to do so. Many have already completed their pledge and continue to give beyond that amount. Second, if you have been giving to the campaign without a pledge, I ask you to continue to do so as well by considering an additional gift. And if you have not yet made a gift, now is the time to give and to do your part to contribute to and to complete our renovation. And finally, if you have been actively supporting our capital campaign, I very respectfully ask you to consider increasing your total gift by 15%. Your sacrificial gift will bless not only me, I get choked up when I talk about this. Your sacrificial gift will bless not only you and your family, but will also leave a legacy of blessing in the future for all persons and families who will come to worship here and make Holy Trinity their spiritual home. I can think of no better or lasting gift to give to our brothers and sisters in the Lord. Can you? And to all of those who have financially supported our capital campaign, I express my heartfelt gratitude because you are awesome. There are a number of ways for making your contribution to this effort, and they are listed on the Seats and Feet response form that you received in the mail. And if you did not receive our parish mailing, fear not. Many copies are readily available at the usher tables at both entrances. I do ask that you please return your response in the mail, in the collection baskets, or in the parish office by the end of February, so that we will know of your participation and so that we can confidently move ahead. Thank you to one and all who share your gifts of time, talent, and treasure to build up the body of Christ and our family of faith here at Holy Trinity. In the next couple of weeks, you will be invited to come and tour our church and see the progress that we have made. I think you will be amazed. The church has been painted, and it is so much lighter. The skylights are beautiful, and the light streams in. The frame for the baptismal font, the baptismal pool, is in place, just waiting for the stone that goes around it. And the ceiling, or should I say the roof, for the new part of the church entry, should be done this week, because we have at least 3 days of dry weather, which is what they needed. After that is completed, the cross, the spire will go up, showing indeed that we are a Catholic church. The date has not yet been picked, but we will let you know and invite you to come see what we have all accomplished together. May God bless us all as we begin this new decade and together walk confidently and faithfully into the future that God has planned for us. Thank you.